Language reveals who you really are, what you truly believe in, and what you think of your customers. Every word matters.
Most organisations don't connect with their customers and staff half as well as they could do. As a result, they're losing employees and customers at an alarming rate. Ben Afia is a language strategist who's worked with organisations such as Vodafone, Google and Aviva to be more human and connect. He's going to reveal how language is the key to unlock the door to be a more authentic brand and have happier customers.
What I found really fascinating about language is it's one of the things that makes us different from other species. We evolved language over millions and millions of years in order to communicate and work together effectively in our tribes. So language is about how we belong, and the language tells us who's in and who's out. You've got the HR tribe, you've got the IT tribe, you've got the marketing tribe, and they all have their own language. You define your vision and strategy in language. You create your marketing in language, your customer services in language. Language is even in your terms and conditions, it's in your performance contracts, it's in everything that you do. When William the Conqueror landed in England, he came across Anglo-Saxon and he brought with him the Norman French, which is derived from Latin. So French became the language of power and Anglo-Saxon was squashed underground. It was used still within family and friendships. So if you were anybody in the law, in court, in business, you used French. And when new words were created, that was done by the educated elites. And so they used the French, Latin, and later Greek. So you might end up with a sentence like the communal accommodation is located, but wouldn't it be simpler to say the student house can be found? What happens is the bigger, longer Latinate words sound more important, but the words that feel more authentic, the words that we trust, are the shorter Anglo-Saxon ones. So why does this matter to business? Well, you've probably found that when people are trying to have more gravitas, to convey more authority, they use longer words. The problem is that we trust the shorter words more. They feel more authentic.
Most businesses and industries actually have kind of cultures of language, certain industry jargon, don't they, or business speak, that actually can get in the way. It creates a barrier.
So if you're using complex language, you're actually pushing your customers and your people away.
So there are quite a few brands who are raising the bar and changing our expectations. Now, this is Kalula, the South African airline. Do you know them? What are they trying to do with language there? They're trying to create a different effect, aren't they? If you look at, I don't know, British Airways, it's a little bit more sober, a bit more formal.
One of the stories I love talking about is the UK DIY brand Ronseal. Now, 25 years ago or so, they had the cheeky chappy advertising and they had a really strong personality. But as they tried to appeal to a wider audience over the years, they'd lost that sense of personality. So they come to me and say, Ben, how do we get a sense of that personality back? The upshot was a tone and some guidelines that helped a whole range of marketers and all of their agencies to write more consistently, more powerfully, and connect with customers. And what was really interesting is that lots of language that customers don't necessarily understand had found its way onto the packaging and into the marketing. I helped them to strip that out and remake that connection with customers.